thousands of people living on Portland streets. Nearly 1,500 of them are youth who don't have adult care or supervision. According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, nearly 70% are between the ages of 18 and 24. Many are living outside because they left an unstable or unsafe home life. But a local nonprofit is working to build positive relationships and trust with youth through unique opportunities and creative education. Program Director Tony Camacho Martinez explains more about the work they do and how you can get involved with PAIR.
My name's Tony Camacho Martinez. I'm the program director here at PAIR, and I've been here for about 7 years. We're a small nonprofit located in Old Town Portland, Oregon. We work with homeless youth, utilizing the tools of education, art, wilderness recreation, and workforce development opportunities to deepen relationships and mentoring young people experiencing homelessness. We work with young people ages 15 to 25-ish. So our community space, which is actually embedded within our Safe Space programming, it's open 4 days a week. So we open Tuesday through Friday to young people, open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And when youth come in here, it's all about access. It's access to each other, access to themselves. We have food. We try and serve breakfast at 9 a.m. every day, lunch at 12 p.m. every day. In between, we just keep our kitchen area filled with snacks. And then we bring folks in for various kinds of workshops. And so like today, for example, actually right behind me, we partner with PDX Massage Crew and Dr. Mahdi Chiropractor. They come in every single Tuesday and offer chiropractic services, massage services. We have nurse practitioners who come in and help support anybody who's looking for some medical advice. We also have folks from Care Oregon who come in. And then we have all kinds of different field trips, outings, workshops, whether it's within education, whether it's within art. Today we're taking kids to the boxing gym up in St. John so that they can go to a boxing class. We heavily rely on volunteers, and they help out with anything from helping open our space, getting the meals ready, cleaning and organizing the space throughout the day. They help run some of our workshops. They go on some of the field trips with us. They help organize and set up the art gallery space whenever we have shows. They also help take down the space, clean the kitchen, organize the kitchen. We've had volunteers come together as groups and do like clothing drives, meal drives. They also help out over in East County. We have like a bike shop, and also in partnership with the Rosewood Initiative, we have a community garden.
My name is Jennifer Black, and I am I've been retired for 2 years, and I've been volunteering at PAIR for a couple of months now. I work in the kitchen. We prepare breakfast and lunch for the youth who come in, and so I do food prep and sometimes cooking. It's ironic because I really don't do any cooking at home. Today we came in and we started preparing for breakfast at about 8 o'clock, and then the youth come in at 9 o'clock, and we serve bacon and sausage and fresh fruit, and it's just a really nice opportunity to give them something that they really aren't getting outside. The atmosphere in here is really safe for the youth. When I first started working with the youth, I wasn't sure what to expect, and I was a little nervous, to be honest. But they are sweet, they're polite, they thank us for the food that we're preparing, they're really grateful to be here, and it's just a really nice space to be. It's a really good space for them. They need volunteers to work with the recreation. So one of the staff leads kids on rock climbing trips, hiking trips. We have the volunteer coordinator, Violet, takes people she has a running club. So she would love to have people who like to run to go on running with the kids. They need people to work with kids who are doing art and music. We have a recording studio here, so any of those things would benefit from more volunteers. Lots of opportunities. I just love that there's a place where these kids who are either in unstable housing or who are living outside can come in and they can be safe and they can have some experiences that otherwise would be closed to them. They can have mentors who are adults that they feel safe with. They can go skiing or hiking or something that really they wouldn't be able to otherwise do. And then along with that, they develop trust and they help them to access health care, they help them to prepare for interviews, help them find jobs, help refer them for housing. It's just a place where you can really start to make those initial connections to get them started on a different path in life. So I love that. I think it's just a really wonderful program. and I feel good. I feel happy to be a part of it.
At our core, our belief with young people experiencing homelessness is that if they're in relationship with each other and with community who see them as fully realized humans, capable of achieving whatever they want to achieve and becoming whoever they want to be in the world, then their experience in homelessness can just be that, an experience that they can pass through. But that takes people like volunteers coming in and being willing to engage and be in community and build relationships with young people themselves as well. And so one of the things that I get to witness often with volunteers in particular who come through, in addition to them coming and giving of their time and their talents and their passion, that's really wonderful. But what I really love seeing is when they find themselves in positions where they're also learning alongside the young people who are coming through here, because what that gives is it gives young people agency, and it gives them a sense of worth, and it gives them a notion that they can do whatever they want to do, and that they have an entire community here full of people who only want that for them.
They do such wonderful work, and if you're interested in learning more about some of those volunteer opportunities with PAIR, they are one of more than 100 local nonprofits who will be at this year's Standard Volunteer Expo. KOIN 6 and Portland CW are proud media partners of the 17th annual event. Mark your calendars for Thursday, September 4th at Pioneer Courthouse Square. That's where you can go to learn more about many of the amazing nonprofit volunteer opportunities at places like PAIR that we are featuring here on the show. You can also learn much more right now at koin.com/volunteer.